Let's talk about Zelda. Today's Super Smash Bros Brawl character we will be looking at is Zelda. Zelda has slow speed and is one of the lightest characters in the game. Since she is so light, she can get killed very early because of her poor survivability. This is one of her biggest weaknesses. Another weakness she has is her lack of safe moves that are good at racking up damage. Most of her moves are not extremely safe and are pretty slow. Her neutral attack and dash attack both have bad range and are slow moves. Even some of her tilts are slow. Her down tilt is pretty good though, possessing good range and being able to trip her opponent. Her up tilt is a little slow, but has good range, and her forward tilt is just horrible, having terrible range. Her down smash is another move that has poor range. It also has very little kill power. Her forward smash and up smash though have excellent kill power and great range, giving Zelda two consistent kill options. The sweet spot of her forward air and back air both have excellent kill power, but it's pretty difficult to hit the sweet spot, making it an inconsistent kill option. The sour spot of both forward air and back air only deals 4% damage and very little knockback, so these moves should probably be used sparingly. Her up air can also kill, but has a smaller hitbox, making it more difficult to land. Her neutral air is pretty weak and has decent but not great range. Zelda also has decent range on her grab, and her throws out of grab all do good damage. The last thing we'll look at in Zelda's moveset is her special moves. Her neutral special is a crystal that reflects projectiles. It is good for reflecting projectiles, but that's about all it's good for. It's not a good offensive attack because of its limited range, so this move will only be useful against projectile characters. Her side special is a fireball that serves as Zelda's only projectile. It has a huge hitbox, maybe the biggest in the game, but the fireball itself is not a very quick projectile, so it will usually be easy for Zelda's opponent to shield against it. That being said, it's still a good move, but more for ledge guarding. If Zelda uses her fireball to ledge guard with, it will be much more difficult for her opponent to avoid, because they will have to air dodge it instead of shielding it. It can be very tricky to time the air dodge up, because Zelda can release a fireball either in front of her opponent, on her opponent, or behind her opponent. Because it has such a huge hitbox, it can hit from anywhere near her opponent. This means her opponent won't be able to know exactly when Zelda is going to detonate the fireball, so the opponent will just have to guess and hope they guess right. This is by far Zelda's best weapon for ledge guarding. Zelda's up special is decent for recovery, but not a very good offensive move, and her down special just turns her into Sheik, which isn't a bad thing, but the move takes a really long time, so it's better to play the whole match with whichever character you pick to start the match, whether it be Zelda or Sheik, but we'll talk more about Sheik in our next character analysis episode. Finally, let's talk about Zelda's final smash. I think this is one of the cooler final smashes in Brawl. Zelda basically pulls out a bow and arrow and shoots her opponent into oblivion. This move is really cool because the camera will do a close-up of Zelda shooting the arrow and then switch to a close-up of her opponent getting smoked by the arrow. I just love this final smash. It's one of those moves that is so satisfying to land. And trust me, you'll want to get the Smash Ball because this move is just so enjoyable to use. It has excellent range and good kill power. It's probably either in the top 10 final smashes in Brawl or just outside the top 10. Either way, it's one of the better final smashes in Brawl. I hope you enjoyed this character analysis episode. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, remember, there are many great final smashes in Brawl, but few better than Zelda's. This is Joel Cook saying see you next time.